Hey, I get it, you've been scrolling through endless home gym options, watching videos of people crushing PRs in cramped garages, and you're wondering if dropping a few $1,000s on a power rack is really worth it. I was in the same spot last month, trying to decide whether to commit to a full-size rack or just keep using a set of dumbbells and a pull-up bar. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon, because before I hit buy I wanted to make sure I wasn't just buying hype. The major fitness Drone3 power rack promises a 2,500 pound capacity, a dual pulley system, built-in pull-up bar and jukes, all wrapped in a heavy-duty steel frame. Those are big claims, and they matter most when you're actually trying to fit a real workout routine around the equipment. The first thing I thought about was my own space, a 1,012-foot basement with a concrete floor, a low ceiling, and a ceiling fan that can't be moved. If you're like me, you'll need to measure twice. The rack itself is about 7 feet tall and 4 feet wide, so you'll need at least 8 feet of clear floor space to swing a bar safely and to accommodate the dual pulley cables without them hitting walls or the ceiling. Putting it together was a Saturday morning project. The parts are boxed in sturdy cardboard, each piece clearly labeled, and the instruction manual walks you through the frame, the jukes, the pull-up bar, and the pulley rig. I'd say the assembly time is realistic at 2 to 3 hours if you have a friend to hold the uprights while you bolt them down. The biggest hidden step is tightening the main crossbeam bolts to the recommended torque. If you leave them loose, the rack can wobble when you load heavy plates. Once it's tightened, the frame feels rock solid, no rattling when you do a few sets of squats at 185 pounds. Now, the dual pulley system is where the Drone3 tries to separate itself from a plain rack. The pulleys sit on opposite sides of the frame, each with a rope that you can attach a cable attachment, rope handle, or a straight bar. In practice, that lets you do lat pull-downs, low rows, face pulls, and even triceps pushdowns without buying a separate cable machine. I tested a lat pull-down with a 50-pound weight stack, and the rope moved smoothly, the pulleys didn't squeak, and the cables held up under repeated reps. The downside? The pulley system uses standard steel cable loops that can wear over time, especially if you're constantly loading and unloading heavy plates. If you plan to do high-volume work on the pulleys, you might eventually need to replace the cables, which isn't a cheap add-on. The pull-up bar is a nice, wide grip, and it's integrated into the front upright. I used it for standard chin-ups, neutral grip pull-ups, and even a few muscle-ups on a low-gravity day. The bar held my full body weight plus a 15-pound weighted vest without any sign of flex. The only practical limitation I found was the clearance. You need at least 2 feet of headroom above the bar to avoid hitting the ceiling when you go full range. In a room with low ceilings, that could be a deal breaker. Who should actually consider the Drone3? If you're a serious lifter who wants a single piece of equipment that can handle heavy squats, bench presses, deadlifts, and also give you a functional cable system for upper body work, this rack checks the boxes. It's especially appealing if you already own a set of standard plates and dumbbells, because the rack's jukes and safety spotters let you load the bar from any angle, and the 2,500 pound capacity means you'll never outgrow it as you add more plates. Families with multiple users also benefit. The safety bars can be set at different heights for a teen learning to squat or a seasoned athlete loading 405 pounds. On the other hand, skip it if you're a beginner who's just getting comfortable with bodyweight moves and a couple of dumbbells. The rack's footprint and price might feel excessive when you're only doing 45-pound dumbbell presses and a few pull-ups. Also, if your garage or basement has a low ceiling, the dual pulley's vertical travel will be limited, and you'll lose the full range of motion for lat pull-downs and low rows. Finally, if you're looking for a portable solution you can roll out of a closet, the Drone3's solid steel construction means it's not going anywhere without a crane. A practical strength of the Drone3 is its train the way you want flexibility. Because the rack is essentially a full-sized power cage with an integrated cable system, you can transition from a heavy squat day to a cardio-focused circuit without swapping equipment. I set up a superset where I do 8 squats at 225 pounds, drop the bar, grab the rope handle on the pulley, and do 12 face pulls all without leaving the rack's footprint. That kind of flow saves time and keeps the heart rate up, which is a real benefit if you're trying to combine strength and conditioning in a limited space.